Great to be joined before tonight's meeting then by National Development League Co-ordinator Jason Pipe. Jason, welcome to the island.
Hi, thank you very much. Good evening to yourself.
That's lovely to see you over here, and of course we know that you're going to be travelling to all the different clubs in the league during the season and getting a feel of how the National Development League is taking place this year, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. I've been brought in to do this job now for 3 years. First year, so if you want to call probation, to see how we're getting along. I've said to the management committee, the BSPA, I said I'd like to get out and about around the country over the season. I want to visit tracks and see what's going on, and maybe give a little bit of input if I can see something could be improved. I don't want to be going around and say telling promoters National League associates at this league how they should be doing the job. If I think something maybe could be improved, I might suggest something to them. If the BSPA themselves want to ask me any questions about how did you find it when you were there, I can go direct back to them. I just don't want to be somebody that's sat behind the keyboard, sat behind the telephone. I like to get out and about. I said I've been involved in this, watching this sport since 1976, and I go all over the place, and this job suits me because I can go all over the country.
Well, that leads me into my next question. Obviously, we last interviewed you down here on the island when you were team manager for Buxton, okay? And we know that a lot's gone on between then, but so since we've seen you here on the island, what's happened that makes you get to where you are today?
Right, had 3 great years at Buxton, but also a good friend of mine, Jed Rathbone, who's been promoter at Peterborough for the last 3-4 years. As everyone knows, he's no longer there this year, but I was also helping out at Peterborough when I was at Buxton, and both Sunday clubs, and it got to the point where Jed really wanted me at Peterborough to help with the second halves and bring on riders. We had the MDL there, we had the Northern Junior League there last year as well, racing both them, and it came to a choice in the end: do I go 100% Peterborough or do I stay with Buxton? Unfortunately for Buxton, fortunately for myself, I decided to go with Peterborough. And that was no disrespect to Buxton, because I love my 3 years there, but I felt as though I needed to move on that little bit further. And it came to the winter, and Jed decided he was selling up at Peterborough, so I thought, maybe just going back to just being a fan again this year, doing nothing. And then I heard that the management committee were maybe looking for somebody for this role, so I spoke to Rob Godfrey about it, and he told me to leave it with him, and he came back and said that they would like to offer you the job, so I'm pleased to be in this role now.
So you've taken the job. What does your days entail? Is it lots of phone calls, lots of travelling?
Not at the moment. When getting the fixtures together, that took a couple of weeks to put the fixture together, because I got all the clubs to tell me what dates they wanted at home. They had to be worked around, riders doubling up, all that, and then all of a sudden I'd get them a draft fixture list sorted out. Then clubs would say, can we change this one? We realise we haven't got this rider, so I'm trying to change fixtures, but you've got to be careful, because sometimes changing one fixture, you're changing about 5. Because you're looking and think, well, we can't send that team there because they'll be there 2 weeks on the trot. Or if they get through that round of the Knockout Cup, they could be back at that track 2 weeks late, 2 weeks on the trot, or 2 weeks out of 3. So yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit now. People are ringing me, so what? Can you help us with this? Can you help us with that? And that's what I expect. And hopefully, as the season goes on now, we're my phone will become busier, and I can help if I have to help. What I could say to you, if my phone's not ringing too much, then obviously I think everything must be working great.
Well, you say working great, and you've obviously come into the role. You know what it entails. You know that it's going to get busier for you as the season progresses. But you also would have come in with some of your own ideas as well. Now, I'm not going to ask you what those ideas are. We will see them pan out in time. But you obviously have got a lot to still give the sport, and now in your role, that gives you a good point to be able to put your views across of how the sport can continue, especially with the National Development League.
That's correct, yeah. I've been around Speedway a lot of years now, since 1976, both sides of the fence. No, I've never been a rider in the past, but I've been a spectator. I've done other things like team managing, training instructor. Like, I've done a few different things like behind the scenes. A lot of people know me, and like a lot of people like show a lot of trust in me, which is I'm happy about. People can let me to get on with things. I've got my own ideas, yes. But you can't just bring your own ideas in just like that. There's a lot of people that you have to involve, and I will make a note of a few things as I'm going around the country this year, because I'd like to see other people's thoughts on the National League. This is another reason why I want to get out and around about the country. I want to go to every National League track, National Development League track, 2 or 3 times a season, and I want to get the fans, riders, promoters, sponsors, team managers, all their views on what they think of this league, how it's going, what can be done to make it better. And it's a good little league. I've always enjoyed this level of speedway for a lot of years, which is why I become a team manager in this league. I was team manager for Redcar for 3 seasons in 2006 into 2008. Then I was with Buxton for 3 seasons later on, and I just enjoy this league. It's great to watch. You get the riding's a lot closer, the races are a lot closer. It's just like riders make mistakes, and it's interesting. It's good at this level. So there's nothing too much wrong with this sport. At this level, it's 1 or 2 things that need adjusting, I think. But we'll look at them as the season goes on, and we'll bring them up in the AGM later in the season. Yeah.
So there it goes. Well, tonight though, you're over on the island, sunshine, and it is Sunshine Island tonight. Believe me, it's great out there at the moment. So you get to relax a little bit tonight. You get to take it in, and you get to enjoy the island experience. It's
always enjoyable. You're always made to feel welcome at the Isle of Wight. It's a good little family-run club. I'm well impressed with Isle of Wight, what they've done here. It's a great place to come. They get some good crowds in this league, which is all about. They've done the homework. They've done the promoting here, and the rewards are paying off for them now. It's good to see.
Well, that's great. Well, look, we know you're going to be relaxing and enjoying yourself tonight and watching some great speedway, as it always is here on the island. So have a great night. Great to see you. Good luck with the roll during the season, and we'll look out for those little tweaks during the year that makes us all work together to get a better product for future.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you.